And there we are. Now with an avatar with sizes we want, with the bones in the right spot, and if not, you can still replace it, save the avatar again with a new name, we clear its hue, and we got arrangement points in the right spots, and its shoes still on there. Everywhere you can see them, everywhere you can handle them. That's what we want. Good. Right now, I'm going to show you how did I make that garment fitting on the skin that well. Well, it's quite simple. Here you go. No, not that one. The 3D pen. Not for the garment, but a 3D pen. Come on. I want the one on the avatar. Look at that. Not edit, the down under. The 3D pen. As you can see, it has two options. With this one, you're drawing on the avatar. Lines and like a polygon tool. You can draw on the avatar wherever you want. And this one, after you've been drawing, you give the lines or the computer the prompt or the demand to get the garment or the whatever you drew to flatten it, and that will make your garment. So we're going to use the 3D pen to do exactly what we normally do over here. Make a half. We go from where you want this garment to be. I found out that it would be nicer to have a little bit bigger hole for my head. So going like that and that and there. And now I take the right mouse button to turn this girl around, and then I go further on alongside the neck, and I'm finding the back. And if you press shift during your looking, during your search, you will see this line coming up. And following this line, because later on you can just unfold the pattern that will appear and you will have your back pattern. Over here, it's up to you until where you want to go. Just take a good look. It's going to be a tight fitting shirt, so I would say stop at the biggest part of your bum. Click here, and now you follow the line. Over here I have the shift constantly pressed in because I want straight lines. Come on, turn. And as you can see, those straight lines, they don't follow the line of the undergarment. It's not the way it goes. This is the way it should go. Okay, here we go. And I'm still going on until the front line over here. No, I want you, it doesn't matter. We're going further. I want to be somewhere over there. Now look, we're almost right. I'll go straight up. And this is a bit guessing. Okay, there we go. Double click. And that's where it is. Come on. It's not touching it. I'm sorry, I'm not a, how you call this? I'm not a professional. There we go. I was just the computer had needed some time. Of course, this is not to be flattened out. This is not possible. So we're gonna make it a shirt. We're going to give this yellow line some, for example, a shoulder seam. Not too wide because you want your arms to be able to go in. As I found out, it's kind of a harsh thing with this on the skin fitting thingy. And just go on with your, before you're going to do this, you really want those arms halfway down. You don't want to push them up because that's not how you're going to be fitting in this fitting garment. It's just a fitting garment. And there we go, somewhere. Now, you can always clear this up. I thought I had to click double, but this is really good. That's not what I wanted. Just say from there to there, you see the colored edge. This is a sketch which we're making, by the way. We're going for a more precise, but this is the idea. This is what I did. Just wait for a minute. Maybe I have to push control or something. I'm sorry, but I missed the explanation from this. Oh, there it is. Okay. I push shift and it gives me lines. See that? Okay, that line is there. Now it needs a front pattern and a back pattern. So we want to go from with the, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to place it like this. This is of course not, I want to start somewhere over here. Come on, it's going like crazy, that purple line. It's not where I want to go. That was a Control Z. I want to start on this line. I'm going down. Now I click Shift, and as you can see, I'm following the line. I'm clicking here and there to get some connection points later on. Now I'm here, and that's where it clicks. Now you can see the outlines of a pattern that can't be anything else than perfectly fitting if you did it right. Okay, we have the middle here. We have the armhole, and as I think this is not completely in the middle, but that's not a problem. Right now, we're going for the flattening tool. And let's see what happens. We're just gonna see. This is it. Select all areas. Look at my mouse. It tells you what to do. Select all areas to be flattened and then press enter. Well, I want, as you can see, the blue area. I want this one flattened, and of course, I want also, but then I have to click Shift and enter. And now I have to press yes, enter. There we go. I have a minute to wait, or a second, it depends on the quickness of your computer. And look at that. There they are. Oh yes, they're a bit handicapped. Doesn't really matter. Point is, she's wearing a garment. You see that? See that? She is wearing it. And that's what I meant. This is how, by the way, there's no dart. I should have draw that in, by the way. Take a look if we can do that still. The dart goes out. I'm sorry, I totally forgot about that. And you go for your apex because you placed it there. That's it. And now, say again, go again to the flattening tool. And now I only want this pattern because the other one I already have. Yeah, that's this one. But it's ruined because it's not, in fact, not able to say. This one I want it. And now I'm gonna say flatten. They should give me a dot now. It should give me a dot. Okay, look at that. There he is, with the dart inside. Now it's the right one. This one, it's underneath. I think if we take the move tool, you can even see it. It's already sewn on. I mean, this is the one without the dart. I'm gonna remove this. This is the one with the dart, as you can see. And here is the back. And if we place it a tiny bit out, you'll see how much and how good that fit. We're going to change this. We're going to rebuild it a tiny bit. And I'm going to tell you what to do and how to do this. But this is the way I made my well-fitting, nice garment. Okay, there we go. First of all, we're gonna, this line has to become, that is the back, the middle. Right now, it's kind of a dart. In fact, it became a dart. So we are going to clone the pattern with sewing to the other side. Placing it over here, as you can see. And that's what I did. I just did this. I did not make the back and the front out of two pieces. I just sewed these together. On the machine, I did the same thing. Trust me, I really did. And because there's a new, I want to make sure, check the sewing lines. See, there's no sewing line because I changed the back. And I'm going to make sure that they are sewn together. This, oh, sorry, that's not. I'm going to place this one. Where is my doll? This one is there. This one is going on that side. That's where the armholes come together. And this one, I of course want to clone as symmetric pattern and place over here. Honestly, it has to be like that. And there's no sewing, so we put the sewing there. Sew it together. Okay, sorry. Grab it, place it, and these sides are not sewn already. And because of those points, you'll have to go with the free sewing tool, from up to down or wherever. You know what to do, I guess. The lines are absolutely the same length. How can that be? Because we gave them the same length. We draw it. Oh man, why isn't this working? Let's go back. Just over here. Click. And over here. Click. That's what it is. Everything has a sewing line. Just always check before you go and simulate. And there we go. This is it. This is, let's say, front and back and sides. Perfect fit. Isn't it? That's how simple it can be. The armhole we're going to fix. No problem. Look at that. It's not really a charming thingy. We're going to edit those points, make them into segment points. No, they should go to curve points. What you could do is just because over here it will absolutely be too small. The dart is too far out. So we're going with the switch, the shift button put in, and then I will move them a bit back. This dart is now absolutely still the same size, although the length is different. So I'll take a look later on. First I'm going to sew it on. I'm taking a risk here now. I'm taking a risk. Looks good still. And as I'm saying, all this shirt is for is to check if your sizes, the breasts, the belly and your back are good. Okay, let me check the neck for a second, because one tip I got from Daniel, your neck or whichever line that is going through with a middle line in between, those angles, corners always have to be 90 degrees. So in this case, or I'm going to take this one down. As you can see, this is now almost 90 degrees. Or I could have taken this one up, but that's not going to be possible. So I'm going to make this into a curve point. And now you'll see this goes, if you want, the neckline is nicely done. There's a point over here. I'm always using my blue dots to see where that point is. You only have to correct this side. The other side goes with it. It's a clone. What is this? Yes, I understand. There's the problem. This line is absolutely totally wrong. So what are we going to do? We're going to put these, taking the selection tool, these go there and there. That's, as you can see, is now the neckline. And these shoulder parts, yes, they have not even the same length. The point is to get these, taking the right tool, get these lines straight. So we want these points, and I'm taking the shift tool here. These points, I want to go that way, so to the breast. I'm going to take just one, and as you see, let's see what it does. I'm not pushing the simulation tool, I'm just taking a look. It will repair itself. These ones, the outer ones, have to go up. That is, this one has to be deleted because it went in our way. See, we're going better. We're getting there. We're getting there. These ones are coming with. So let's simulate for a minute. And yes, we are looking at now different distances. As you see, this is 106 and 4. You can also see it in the blue letters. And these is 105, 3. So what are we going to do? Because I like the short one, because this is a test shirt. It's just a bodice. This length was 105, 3. I'm going to click right on the line and I say change length, and I'm going to fill in 105.3. And that's what, well, that was a meter or something. Change length, I had to look. 105,3. That's what it is. Now they have the same length. Simulate again, see what happens. Okay, that's the first step. Now we have to make them straight, so-called 90 degrees. And that's what this is going to do. There is the 90 degrees. I'm not saying this is really the way you should do it, but it's kind of, the closer you get, by the way, the closer you zoom in, the more power you have. Okay, so this is straight, but no good because it's too much. I made this over here because that's where you can't even get into the sleeve opening. And this has to go in. This one is going to be deleted. I know. We're going to make a nice sleeve opening like that. Look at that. That's better. That's much better. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Delete this. I don't know even what this is. Delete this point. Delete that point. Or change this into a curve point. That's better. Look at that. There we are. I would say, well done. Well done. Now it's really simple. You're gonna get your bodice in like 2 days more. Look at this. This is what you need on the fabric at your house. So where are we going? Here on the right, upper right, my mouse, follow my mouse, up here. This, as you see here, the print layout. There we go. Point is, you don't need all this. You only need one of these and one of that. Because when you have a paper print, you fold the fabric, as you know. So we're going to remove one. Come on. This is remove domestic parents that we don't want. Okay, that's not going to happen. Let's see. Take it out. That's what it is. And take it out. Now we're going to say reset nest the patterns. That's what it is. It's gonna place the patterns as we want them. The cheapest way. Well, that's not what we really wanted. But this is a way. But there's another way. A much easier way. Go to File. Sorry. We go to the normal simulation layout. Okay. Select, of course, the garment. And you go to File. Export. OBJ selected. No. You're gonna. Sorry. I'm so sorry. For the printing, you go to Adobe PDF and don't go into this. Look at where, just really watch well where he's trying to save it. We're not going to save it over there. I am saving it over here. And we're going to say fit test training 1. Name your stuff, date, and especially numbers are right, because if you're looking back now and you're saying, oh, there's something wrong I did, then you can name it number 2. Scales, millimeters, no, centimeters. 100%. Do not rotate, because you want it like this. Yeah, you don't want it elsewhere. Left, 100, 100, 100. Everything you want, 100 millimeters. Okay, you want everything to be shown. If I firstly, but before I was over here, I also created seam allowance. It's not handy. You have to cut it all off because it's not something you want. You don't want a seam allowance on the paper. You want it to be like this. You will have to cut the seam allowance on the fabric. And you know how that works, I hope. If you don't, ask me questions. We'll go for a 4th video. No problems. But right now, got everything. So effect, seam allowance, not necessary. Pattern outlines, yeah, but the baselines and the notches. Internal lines not needed, and the graphic lines neither. Normally, fabric textures, no. Graphics, no. Okay? Show edit information, the grain lines you would want. If you make this from any other, well, whatever fabric, I kept the basic fabric here. This is good. I'll show you why. But the grain lines are nice. Of course, the length lines, I would prefer to get the measurements here. That's what we want. Okay. Because it's going to print it with centimeters there, and then you can, or inches, whatever. And you can check if, when it's printed out, if it's the real size. Right now, I want to show you, if I simulate the stretching of this fabric. This fabric has a stretch worthiness of a regular cotton, so to speak, no stretch at all. And go for that. In your cloth, look for a leftover piece, only just what it will be like a meter or 1.5. No stretch, just go for tight. You want to know if it fits. That's all. You're not going to wear this. This is going into the, well, in a frame. It's going into a frame on the wall because this was your first really fitting garment. And that's what it is. Guys, I love you. I'm very thankful that I can do this for you guys. This is what it is. Over here, as I said, you can name those things. Every pattern, you can give it a name, and you can show those names on the printout. Okay? Okay? I know someone who says that every time. It's a Clo girl. Another one from China. Okay? Even though I have tried to explain a lot, this is the easiest way I saw fit to make a real fitting garment. If this fits, ladies and gentlemen, also the gents, then you can go on with all your creativity on and make your own clothing around this avatar. Because you don't need any more measuring for anything. For a big ball gown, a jeans, a t-shirt, anything. You know that the world's open now. But only after you really fit this. If you don't, go for opening up this garment what you sewed when you did it, when you made it, like you saw mine, when you made this, and there is something not okay, then you should change the sizes of the avatar and check your sizes and your measurements again. I wish you luck. I wish you luck.